Today I'm going to be taking two flights on what is considered Europe's worst airline with a Trustpilot score of just 1.6. Let's see how bad this airline really is. I'm taking the A-Jet from Dubai to London with a stop in Istanbul, and the bags went all the way to London. The check-in process was quite smooth. They let us check in our carry-on bags for free as well. So overall, the check-in process for this airline wasn't too bad. It's already starting off great because they let me check in my carry-on and my checked baggage, which I love when airlines do that. I got my ticket and tried to rush through security because we were actually pretty late for our flight. Boarding was pretty hectic. We had to wait by the plane for the longest time, but luckily there was no delays. We were in the plane pretty quickly. And then the legroom was awful, probably the worst I've experienced in an airline ever. And I started sleeping, dreaming about emergency exit seat, but obviously it wasn't real. And then I continued to sleep. And then we went to the sky. And yeah, the first leg was pretty smooth. I had some water. The water was €3, which is not that bad, but I just hate when airlines charge for water. Like, what do you mean I have to pay for water? Like, I need it to survive. But unpopular opinion, I prefer landing in the Asian side of Istanbul. Like, it's actually so beautiful. It's much better than the European side. I don't know why people prefer the Istanbul airport. Like, I would rather land in this airport. As you can see from my face, we landed safely, and then we went through the transfer process. Anyone that's been on Pegasus before knows this transfer process is pretty smooth, but what you realize is that the security in Istanbul is actually awful. Like, if you live there, please actually watch out for your safety because it's actually terrible. But yeah, we had to transfer. It wasn't too bad. It was only a 1 hour gap between the flights, which was crazy. So we were boarding straight away. And then we went to another plane. This plane looked completely different from the last plane, by the way. It was the same exact plane format, but it was like, it looked like a different airline. Like, as you can see, it says BBN airline, but we were actually on an A-Jet plane. And also, it had no running water, so we had to use wipes, which is pretty bad actually for an airline. Looking back on it, I didn't think much of it, but the food was awful. A-Jet, look at this. It was the worst sandwich I've ever had, but obviously I still finished it because, like, you know, I paid like what, £10 for it, so I'll take it. The legroom on this flight was even worse than the last one, which I didn't even know was possible. But overall, the landing experience was pretty good. Another smooth landing, and yeah, I'd say this airline experience was much better than Ryanair and Wizz Air. So I'd give it a 5 out of 10.